welcome back to Neon Fast 8. Now on this week's episode we're taking a look at yet another much forgotten toy line from the early 1990s. Produced by Hasbro and released in 1994, that movie was Stargate, written and directed by Roland Emmerich, starring Kurt Russell and James Spader. Now this literally was the movie that started it all, with Stargate becoming a much loved franchise followed by hardcore fans from all over the world to this very day. And for me as a teenager, ignited my interest in Egyptology, aliens, and caused me to question the accepted view of the pyramids from ancient Egypt and what really was their purpose. Now, if that is a train of thought that does interest you, look up a book by Eric von Daniken called Chariots of the Gods. That's all I'm saying, just give it a read. But back to reality, let's take a look at the action figure line for Stargate. Okay, so here we go. Now there are 8 action figures in this set with the addition of 3 vehicles. So as you probably guess, 4 good guys and 4 bad guys. Now the figures themselves are around about 4 inches tall, and like Congo in my previous video, if you're looking to start your own vintage action figure collection, this is another good place to start, as they're readily available and relatively inexpensive, so you can acquire a couple of good collections for not a lot of money. But as you can see, these come with quite a lot of accessories. The card art is really striking, and if we turn it over, again, as you would expect, a character listing of other figures available in this line, plus the vehicles. But as with quite common with early 1990s action figures, you can also cut this out and have the added benefit of making your own pyramid. But quite a lot of tie lines did this, and they made the packaging interactive. So this is Colonel O'Neill, so this is the character played by Kurt Russell. Now some of these do look like the characters from the film, but again, Kurt Russell spends the 90% of Stargate in a t-shirt and combat pants and doesn't look anything like this, but that's artistic license, I guess. So that's Colonel O'Neill, team leader. Up next we have James Spader's character, the archaeologist Daniel. Again, looks nothing like this in the movie, but again you can see there's quite a lot of accessories. And again, as you would expect, on the reverse, character listings, vehicles, and also another portion or side of the pyramid to cut out to glue together. Okay, now next we have Lieutenant Kowalski, who's one of the weapons expert that goes on the expedition through the Stargate. So again, quite a lot of accessories. Each figure does come with a mini player feature, like slightly bigger than Micro Machines. Again, the same on the back, and again another section of your pyramid to cut out. And the next good guy is Scar. So this is one of the indigenous people that they come into contact with in the movie. As you can see, miniature, numerous accessories, looks nothing like the character from the film, and as you would expect, the same on the back, another section of the pyramid. Also, there was some segments here for additional learning, which is kind of cool. Okay, so now let's take a look at the bad guys. Now, as you would expect, the bad guys are far more interesting than the good guys, and this is very true of the action figures from this set. So we have the ruler himself, Ra. It's just a shame that we didn't get this character in his original alien form as seen in the movie. And I must say, this is one toy line that would have really benefited for an additional action figure playset. But as you can see, plenty of accessories, and as you would expect, the same on the reverse, different segment for the pyramid. Okay, so up next we have Horus. Now these are slightly bigger, a lot more accessories. Cool action figure though, look at the detail. Now this is a toy line that if Hasbro were willing to have gone that one extra mile, these would have been really, really great action figures. But as they stand now, they don't really stand up in comparison to modern action figures or anything produced by Kenner in the early 1990s. But they are what they are. So again, this is Horus, the attack pilot, and we'll look at his vehicle a little bit later on. And as you'd expect, the same on the reverse and your other segment of your pyramid. Next we have Anubis, chief guard to Ra. As you can see, the headdresses on these are absolutely fantastic. It's just a shame that I don't have any loose to show you, but I am 99% more of an inbox collector than I am a loose action figure collector. But again, there's your miniature vehicle with the addition of more accessories, and just like before, the same on the reverse. And last but not least, we have Horus, Palace Guard. So again, great detail on the headdress. These figures are all very typical of the early 1990s when we went with Muscle Mania, which is unfortunate, but anyway. So again, more accessories. And exactly the same on the reverse with your additional pyramid. So, let's take a look at the 3 vehicles associated with this line. So there are 3 vehicles attached to this action figure line. 2 of the 3 feature in the original movie, 1 does not. But we'll start with the biggest first, which is the actual alien attack craft, the wing glider. And as you can see here, comes with 4 shooting laser cannons. And this is probably the most impressive of the 3, if I'm honest, the 3 vehicles. But as you can see, striking box art, looks great. None of these vehicles come with the additional action figures. All figures are sold separately, obviously. But let's have a look at this on the reverse. And on the reverse, not quite what you would expect. So each vehicle comes with an illustration rather than an additional photograph of the toy out of the box. But this is pretty self-explanatory, explaining the function of the craft itself. But yeah. This is one of the main vehicles to get for this set, and is itself becoming hard to find, if I'm honest. This one and one other that I'll show you. But so that's the winged glider, and obviously it fits 1 figure inside. Up next we have another that's featured in the movie, which is the indigenous Beast of Burden. Mastaj, I think that's how you pronounce that. Comes with a shooting catapult launcher, but you can fit your figure in there just right. And on the reverse, again, another illustration rather than a photograph. But there you go with the additional learning motif. So both of them vehicles feature in the movie. The vehicle that does not feature in the movie is the all-terrain attack cruiser. So here we have, comes with complete with shooting alien blaster. Now this one is hard to find, this vehicle, and I'll be honest, it took me a while to source one myself. But there you go. So there's a nice picture there of Colonel O'Neill driving the all-terrain cruiser. Now I do believe that this is a reissue from a vehicle from the G.I. Joe line. But again, on the reverse, illustration of the vehicle included. But as you can see, very simple. So there you go. So that is the action figure line produced by Hasbro for Stargate. If you've not seen the movie, do give it a watch. It's really good. It's interesting. Yes, it's dated slightly, but all the main elements are there to keep you glued. But as always, thank you for your time for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you to everybody who subscribed to the channel. I really do appreciate that. Thanks very much. But until the next one, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.
Oh, I got a live one here.